Right, I'm now. Oh, I haven't put my headset on. Hold on a moment. Where is my headset? Found it. Now, as you know, I am someone who likes things to look good, taste great, but be quite easy to make. I mean, I do make quite complicated things sometimes, and we'll probably get to those when I run out of easy ideas. But I like to show you some quite easy meals that you can make. And this chicken dish is one of those. I've served it to my girlfriends a couple of times because if you've got people coming, you don't want to be faffing about in the kitchen. Well, I don't. I want to be in there drinking and talking. So this is the ideal recipe. So your chicken, I hope, has been marinating. Now, I did mine in a casserole, if you remember, and if you watched the video. If you haven't, why not? You can do it in a polythene bag, as long as it's one of those that seals really well. You can just put it in there and leave it, turn it over and over. It's easier to turn over in a bag, obviously, than in a casserole. But mine's been marinating since yesterday in a casserole, so that's all ready. And I'm going to do the vegetables now, so I shall change cameras. In time-honoured fashion, and show you what I've done. Now I've got my tin like this. This is my, my tin, and I have of course lined it with bakewell paper, because if you don't, you have to stuff the tin. And as you know, I am the world's laziest cook, and I haven't got a dishwasher, so I don't like having to wash up horrible tins. And I've been washing up, great at wiping, but he's not very good at washing. But that's LTD. So I have my potatoes here, and I mentioned yesterday, they do need to be these little ones, because otherwise they won't cook in time. So you're going to cut those into whatever size you think is suitable. Maybe half, you might need to quarter some of them. Sometimes I do mine like that in thirds, depending on how you want them. That one's quite big, so I should do that in 3. This one's very big, so I'm going to do it in quarters. So that's my potatoes. Now they're only going to roast for 10 minutes before you put the chicken in, which is why, as I said, they need to be small. Or the alternative, if you can't get little ones for whatever reason, then you can just blanch them for a little while. You know, plunge them in boiling water for a short while, and they'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so you put the potatoes and the tomatoes into your pan. Now this is only for 2, but like the salmon, you can do this for as many people as you like. So that's really useful, because when we get back to having people for dinner, which won't be very long, it's very exciting. This is an ideal one. I've done it for 4 usually, when the 4 of us have dinner together once a month, and so I've done this for the 4 of us, and that works really well. You want 100 grams of tomatoes, and like a very naughty girl, I haven't weighed my tomatoes. Slap wrist for me. I'm just going to weigh it out there. I don't know how many is it much. Probably about so 100 grams of cherry tomatoes, and you just pop those in here as well in a single layer, and you drizzle them with olive oil. You want to make sure that there's enough oil. I don't know if it tells you how much. I think it just says drizzle. Well, it says a tablespoon, but you just do want to get some olive oil on them. So I tend to be generous rather than mean with my olive oil, especially on the potatoes. You don't want any potato not to have a drop of oil on it. Do you know, we've had hail and sun, haven't we, today? Blazing sunshine, and it was, I just put my washing on the line and it hailed this afternoon. Right, so once the oven is hot, that goes in for 10 minutes. You need some salt and pepper on it, just 10 minutes before you add the chicken. if you haven't got or don't like cherry tomatoes, you could use ordinary ones and just cut them up so that they're reasonably small. You don't want great big tomatoes lurking in there. So that's going into the oven for 10 minutes. The oven's not quite up to temperature yet. So I'm going to talk to you about the lemon pudding. Now, this chicken, hold on, let's go back to here. Right, the chicken is cooked at 200. The lemon dream, which is going to be our pudding, is cooked at 180. So what I'm going to do is get everything ready for my lemon pudding. And when you rest the chicken for the 10 minutes, I'm going to turn my oven down then, just finish off my lemon pudding and pop it in the oven. And we'll have to wait a bit to eat it, but you know, it's not a bad thing. So that's how I'm going to do it. So that's going to be 10 minutes, so it's up to temperature now. So I'm letting you standing around for 10 minutes. And obviously your chicken is ready, so you need your other vegetables ready. I wish I could get rid of that middle one. As I said to you, I've got asparagus and green beans. I'm going to use both. I'm going to have 100 grams of each. So this is 125 of asparagus. But what is 25 grams between friends, I ask myself. So, I'll take this off. Not really as much asparagus as you want to eat. This is what is nice about this for Lazy Cooks Anonymous, which is me, is that there is nothing else to do. It's all here. It's one dish, all your veg, all your meat, everything, sauce, you know, the lot is all here. So you haven't got anything else to do except put it on the table or serve it onto dishes out here. Put it on the table and let people help themselves, which I think is a lovely idea. I really quite like that. You can also, if you wish, cut your chicken up so it's in chunks, and it will cook much quicker, obviously, if you've only got chunks of chicken rather than enormous chicken breasts that I've got, but it's been marinated for quite a while. Take it off, doesn't look very healthy to me. I've got to do a few more. I haven't weighed them, but I'm just doing a few. So I've got everything ready, but once that's got, it's 10 minutes and all ready to go. Now I can't, unfortunately, it'd be wonderful if I could have two videos going together. That would be really super, because then I could be doing my lemon pudding whilst this is cooking. I can't do that, which is really annoying. I don't want the two to run together. I want you to be able to look at them separately. So I will have that ready. I've got my chicken here. Here's my chicken, which has been marinating and smells just good. And we'll be ready to go as soon as the 10 minutes is up. So I'll see you in 10 minutes. Well, a few minutes. Lord, sorry about that. I think a bit of a traumatic day, really. Having made the carrot cake this morning, it was too big for us to eat, so I cut it in half. Bob had the slice that you saw, and I decided to take half to Claire and Ian as a gift, because they did a lot, gave us lots of help yesterday. So and then it was snowing, and then it was hailing, and I eventually decided I would have to go because it wasn't going to stop. Although of course then it did. And as I went out the front door, I put it, got my coat on and everything, picked it up, dropped it in the porch, all over the front door, all over the mat, all over everywhere, completely killed the cake. So I calmed down slightly, we cleared it all up. The doormat's in the shower at the moment. We took them the other half, which was going to be our half, so we're taking them that eventually, and I'd calmed down. So then I thought, well, while I was waiting for these to cook, I'll start preparing my lemon pud. Separated my first egg, went to separate my second, separated my second egg, cracked it, said, oh, 2 yolks, as the yolks broke. and ruined my, so I'm not doing very well, but hopefully things will improve from here on in. So what we're going to do is we're going to move that over there. I'm going to swap cameras so you can see what's what. So swap cameras, bing, bing, there we are, told you, bing. So you snuggle your chicken portion in amongst here, move these over, make room for them. And as I said, you discard the marinade. I know it seems a terrible waste, but that's what they say to do. Discard your marinade. Yeah, but these are whacking, as you can see, absolutely whacking. Bits of chicken. They're going to take some cooking, but I hope the marinade is going to help that. So they take 30 minutes to cook, or until the chicken is done. This is tricky because the last 10 minutes you have to put the other veg in. So you need to be able to look at them after about 20 minutes and see how the chicken's doing and see if you can pop your other veg in with them. But these are huge, aren't they? I think it was an ostrich rather than a chicken, but such is life. So let's pop that in for 30 minutes. So I'm actually going to time it for 20 and we'll come back in 20 minutes and see how it's doing. Ooh. I've done it again. I didn't pause it. So you had to watch. You won't watch because I ran it forward, but you'll have watched. You should have watched 20 minutes of absolutely nothing, which is really interesting. However, I have a superpower which I share with Richard Coles, which is about a minute before the timer goes, wherever I am. I think, oh, the timer's about to go, and it is. So I'm just checking these after 20 minutes. So my chicken is beautifully cooked, beautifully cooked. And this is what it looks like. I think that looks a bit yummy, don't you? So I'm now going to add my final veg for the last 10 minutes. So I'm going to put some asparagus on there. I'm going to put some green beans on there. Green bean with it. And go in. I'm actually going to put just a little bit of oil on them because I think they get a bit dried up. Add in for 10 minutes. I'm going to put it on a lower shelf than I did this. Sorry about that. I pressed pause and I didn't press pause. What can I say? So I put that in for the last 10 minutes. So I'm going to get our plates out and get everything ready. Now, what I would advise you to do if you were cooking the two together, which is what ideally you'd like to do, when the chicken rests for 10 minutes, you turn your oven down so it goes down, and you can have everything ready for your lemon pudding. And just put it together very quickly at the end of 10 minutes. I mean, it does take half an hour to cook, I know, but you've got to eat this and then you can have a little lie down and rest, and then it will be ready. Okay, so I'm going to record that afterwards, and I'm really sorry I've messed this up. I'm having a very bad day. Anyway, 10 more minutes and then we'll have a look at it. This time I will pause the recording, I promise. See, I did do it last time, didn't I? I did actually pause it. Dinner is now ready. Something's beeping, I don't know what. Oh, my cooker's beeping. So I'm going to get it out and show you. But first I'm going to turn my oven down to 180. This is my final finish. Look at that. Yummy dinner. That looks gorgeous. There we go. Potatoes, beans, tomatoes, asparagus, and chicken. All in one dish, rest it for 10 minutes, and you don't have to do anything. And because you like it, you don't even have to wash it off. But you do, you don't have to stop it. So I think that's a really good call, don't you? I hope you enjoy it. I think it's absolutely delicious. And as I say, if it's one of those meals where you want to be in the other room, where you want to be in the other room, having a pre-dinner little nibble and a little snifter and chatting, catching up with all the gossip. This is great because it's all there. You just whack it on the plate and job done. No extra serving dishes, anything like that. Really good, quite light. Lots of veg. You can put, I meant to say that, put any veg you want in. I mean, you can add carrots to it. You could add anything at all that you wanted to it, and it would be perfect. So if you want to put more veg or less veg, fewer veg, then you can, but you can put any amount of vegetables in there of any combination at all, and it would be absolutely fine. I think it's delicious. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you'll make it soon. I'm sorry I messed up the recording. One day, I promise you, I'm going to get this right. But I don't suppose any of you are holding your breath, are you? I'm holding his breath now. I'm going to serve it up for his dinner. So he's going to get half of this, not half. I'm going to divide it into two. I mustn't say half because he gets cross. Because it won't be in half, it'll be in two. I'm going to put some of it on his plate and some on mine. My mouth is watering. It smells so delicious. And although I said you throw the marinade away, you'll see as I'm serving this, it's quite a lot of juice has come out of all of it. So it's not a dry meal. It's not going to be a dry meal at all. You can put all of this juice that's come out of the meat and the oil and the vegetables over your dinner if you wish it. Obviously, it's a bit oily because I made it with olive oil, but olive oil is so delicious anyway. Why do you not want to eat it? I'm going to give more potatoes, Bob, because he's a bit of a potato fiend. I'm sure he has some Irish blood. And more asparagus for me because I like it best. There we are. Look at that. What a lovely meal. I really, really hope you enjoy it. And I really, really hope you stop typing so that we can enjoy it. Otherwise, I'll have to beat him up. Right, so my oven's cooling down. They're ready for my pudding. So I'm going to come back and show you how to do that in a minute. Enjoy your meal.